Welcome everybody to another episode of Gunners and Oz. Guys, the international break is over. The transfer window is over. It's time to get down to the nitty gritty and to business. And with that, we have a game at the Emirates Saturday night, our time, or Sunday during the day, England time, against Bournemouth. Guys, how are you feeling ahead of kickoff in that one? Bradley.
Very optimistic. Very, very optimistic.
Got a sweet new deal going on, man.
Very optimistic. I hope we win, but if anything, if we play like we did against Liverpool, we're going to get our asses kicked.
Yeah, but it's Bournemouth, not Liverpool. So.
Yeah. It doesn't matter.
Don't
actually. But then again, they've got Benik Afobe up front. I mean,
Jermaine Defoe up front, don't they?
They have Jermaine, but Benik was up front against. No. Benik came on for Defoe.
Yeah.
And then against City, and then he got injured, so I don't think he'll be playing. But Defoe's a good, even though he's an ex-Tottenham player.
Yeah.
He's well respected.
He's a good guy.
Yeah, just
Speaking of guys named Bradley, there was, of course, if everybody knows, there was a kid who had cancer, Sunderland fan named Bradley Lowry, and he almost took him on as like a son during his towards the final months of his life, and I really respect Jermaine Defoe for that.
Yeah, I think he gained the football world's appreciation. Even when we're in Sydney, I tried to start a chant with a few of the other guys, like in the 6 minutes, saying there's only one Bradley Lowry, because it was just as he passed, but not many people wanted to have a go.
Yeah.
It was a pretty dead atmosphere there,
Yeah. I'm actually strangely confident about the Bournemouth one. I've got a feeling that they're going to come out after 2 weeks, after the transfer window, after everything else. I've got a feeling they're going to come out hard. At home.
I feel like Jack Wilshere will make an appearance. Like he'll definitely be on the bench. But did anyone see what happened the other day with Tyrone Mings? I think it is Tyrone Mings.
Yeah,
He's got some. No, it was on Instagram. He put up. He had like, anyone want to get fit, and he's like, "Have you got anything for a fully fit and can't get game time 25-year-old?" I was like, "What a savage!" Like. Yeah, go Jack.
Mate, I love Jack. And we'll get up. I was going to talk about his connections with Bournemouth in a second, but you would have thought the man has some inside information, and he can definitely give Austin some insight. Whether Austin listens is another thing. I don't see a 68-year-old listening to a 25-year-old, but to be fair, if he was smart, he would take Jack to his side and say, "Hey, look, what can you tell me about Bournemouth?" Because I reckon he could give him some advice there.
Yeah, but if we need someone to give us the inside running on Bournemouth, then Christ. Like, seriously. If we need a secret agent in at Bournemouth to help us win against Bournemouth at home, nah, Jesus, man. Then we're in more trouble than what we thought.
Speaking of Bournemouth, they come into this game on a goose egg amount of points. Let's be fair, their last run out against Manchester City, they should have at least 1 point, but
yeah,
Raheem Sterling stole it from them at the very end of the game. So that should be a warning sign for Arsenal, because Bournemouth can hang with them. And if look at our results against them last year, we were 3-0 down away at Bournemouth and had to crawl back to make it a draw.
I just want to comment on something. Did anyone see? I probably shouldn't have been, but I was watching in class today. Did anyone see Oxlade-Chamberlain's interview with Liverpool?
With Liverpool, yeah, I did.
No,
he didn't mention Arsenal once.
I got about 5 minutes in. I turned it off. I was too angry.
I watched the whole thing somehow. I was just waiting for him to acknowledge Arsenal or thank them for his service, for his time there once. He didn't say anything. Maybe it's too much to expect from a Liverpool interview. But every time he mentioned Arsenal, he always said, "Oh, the away team." Like it was coming as an away player to Anfield instead of saying I came as an Arsenal player to Anfield. Maybe I'm picking into it too much.
I'd love to be a Liverpool player to just walk out and feel the atmosphere, but I feel like you'd still be able to feel it if you're an away player anyway. And then I just don't respect him moving to a rival club. I don't know. You can't do anything about it, but that's the bottom line for it. But and to go out and say like half my England mates are here. Well, half your England mates are in Arsenal red as well.
Yeah. Well, they also have to remember that Adam Lallana and Oxlade-Chamberlain have been friends since the age of 8, and they were at the same youth academy. So I think that was a massive pull for the Ox.
I think because if the interview the part of the interview that I watched, it was like more he was friends with Hendo and stuff like that. But then again, if you go there to play with your mates, you may as well go put some Birmingham blue on and go play with Cargenko for the season. Come on.
I could understand though why you would do that. I could understand why you wouldn't mention Arsenal in your first interview for your new club where you're trying to put some distance. And it probably wasn't him. It's probably someone said, listen, let's not talk about Arsenal. This is about establishing you as a Liverpool player. And it gets into branding and all that sort of shit. So I guarantee you someone behind the scenes has said, look, just don't use the A word. Say the away team. Say something else. But you're a Liverpool player now, so let's brand you as a Liverpool player.
Yeah. That's fair.
Did you see Alexis Sanchez's Instagram post?
Yeah.
I saw that.
I'm very happy to see that.
I was very happy as well.
Yeah. I mean, if he's going to be here, he's going to commit to the club. And he used the word home, if I recall. He said, I'm coming back home. Speaking, I just want to touch on Alexis right now. And I don't know what to make of it now because Chile are not going to make the World Cup. You've seen his long, massive Instagram posts after they got knocked out of World Cup contention.
Did they?
Yeah, they did.
Oh, I didn't even see it.
Yeah, no,
I knew they lost. I knew they lost. I didn't know that knocked them out.
No, they can't qualify for the World Cup.
Man,
that's a big one.
Jesus.
Yeah.
That post makes a bit more sense now.
I mean, I think for his health, missing out on the World Cup probably will do him a lot of favors because he's basically played every minute of football possibly for the last 4 years.
Yeah.
However, from a motivated Alexis Sanchez point of view, I get worried because the thing we kept saying is in a World Cup year, players are going to play hard. It's no longer a World Cup year for him. So, and he doesn't want to be here.
But we don't know that. This is the thing. We don't know that. I mean, like, just because there was a move and they said, we might sell you. Now, he knows Pep, so, he's going to be like, okay, I'll go. I can guarantee you, do you reckon he'd be that keen to move if we said, listen, we've got a $60 million offer from Swansea for you? You reckon he'd be real keen to go there? I don't think so. So, but I think when he gets back, he's going to fire. I think too much was expected of him from that Liverpool game. It was his first game back. There's no way he's match ready. You can train all you want. You're not going to be match fit.
Look, if you're going to put it from a point of view of a positive way of looking at it, is that now no longer is his concentration with getting Chile to the World Cup because he's failed in that. He's going to put all of his efforts into making sure Arsenal can do as well as possible this season in his final year as a gunner.
Yeah. Do you reckon they'll snaffle him in January?
They'll be very distracting for Arsenal if they did.
Yeah, because I've got a feeling they'll have another swing at it in January.
Swing, yeah.
Well, that's why I'm not buying his shirt, because I don't want to look like an absolute mug when I buy Alexis Sanchez 7 and he's playing for Manchester City in the second half.
I know. I've held off on my one too, because I'm like, I've got about 3 of them, but I'm like,
Chris Nielsen.
I know. Yeah, I know.
It's a safe bet.
Mate, he's got to play some games, man. He will now. The Ox is gone. Chris Nielsen is a very important member of Arsenal's first team squad now. He basically is going to play what the Ox did. So,
I know. So he'll start this year for sure.
Different games. He'll start Carabao Cup and he'll start Europa League.
Yeah. But I reckon he'll get a first team call up.
Yeah. Well, he really
For
has,
sure.
hasn't he?
I don't know. Is he in the squad? But
He was given a first team call up, and Cohen Bramall, before he was starting on loan, was put in the first team, and I think also Willick as well.
oh, okay.
No, Chile is still in contention to make the World Cup. They just haven't. They're coming sixth, where they need to be in the top 4.
With how many points with how many games left? Because I was
2 games left, and it doesn't say it. I'm just looking on the Independent; it just doesn't say it.
I was hearing all over the media today that Chile are out.
Can't believe they got beat by Bolivia.
I know.
That's embarrassing.
The Bolivian team could have been unbelievably high though and had a blinder.
In their next game, they got 2 pretty tough games.
They got Brazil, don't they?
They got Ecuador and then Brazil.
Yeah.
Where Australia have Syria again, and then it all gets hard from there.
Yeah. That's going to
Australia
happen.
make it.
That Syria is going to be tough, man, because they're the Cinderella stories of world football right now. About to qualify for
I
the
reckon
World
Saudi
Cup.
Arabia is a pretty freaking good dig for a Cinderella story. What about Iceland? They making it?
I don't know, but Wales look like they're going to make it. So
Did you see that goal by
Ben Woodburn.
Woodburn? That's it.
Mm.
Why
That
does
was
Liverpool
a
keep
shot.
coming up now for us? Jesus Christ!
I know. It's odd.
But
I was gonna
speaking of which, though, did you see that howler by our ex-boy, now currently Liverpool player?
Yeah.
No, what did he do? I missed it. What did he do?
Ben Woodburn's only 17.
He literally had a shot at goal that went about 60 meters away from the goal into the crowd.
Enjoy Liverpool.
Yeah. Let's get back to the game, to business. So as I said the last time we played Bournemouth, we were 3-0 down and we had to come back to make it 3-3. This isn't going to be an easy game, especially we need to mention which we did the 2 days ago when we had our previous show. The atmosphere in this Emirates could be close to poisonous. Following the way Arsenal acted in the last final days of the window, the way we capitulated away at Anfield, the pressure is on. If there was ever a must-win game to get the season back on track, it's this game. And we also have Chelsea the next week with a Europa League game in the middle. So we need to win this one.
Yeah,
Guys,
and they need to get it early. Like they can't, we can't go. If the minute we go 1-0 down, that joint's going to implode. They need to get out in front early. If Bournemouth peg us back, that's fine. Get in front again, but they need to hit the front early. And you're right, it's been a shocking 2 weeks, and that's the issue. Is that we've had nothing else to do except sit on it for 2 weeks. That Liverpool game was always going to be tough because if we lost it, there was 2 weeks to stew on it, plus a transfer window. And if anything, that helped distract from that thing.
Yeah.
A week.
I'm going to illustrate it like this. This is our 9th show. The last time we had something positive to say about Arsenal was our 3rd episode after beating Leicester.
Let's do a prequel
Beating
episode.
Leicester.
Doesn't that seem like a very long time ago?
It does.
Oh yeah.
Let's do a prequel. Let's do a prequel episode with an FA Cup preview.
All right, so Bradley, who are the main threats we have to watch out for from Bournemouth? We've already spoken about Jermaine Defoe. Who else sticks out?
Nathan Ake. He's pretty solid at the back. Harry Arter's pretty.
There he is.
I rate Harry Arter. Even some people don't rate him, but I do rate him. I think he's a pretty solid midfielder. Well, for Bournemouth, I guess.
I think they got Daniels at the back as well, and he's not
Charlie
bad.
Daniels, he's decent, yeah.
He's very handy.
Charlie Daniels has been very good for them. And Asmir Begovic is now the goalkeeper at...
Asmir Begovic, that's right. He is.
Yeah.
It's actually not a bad defence. It's a very solid defence that they've got. They don't have the attack, but Jesus, they've got the defence.
The Australian left back,
Brad Smith.
Brad Smith. But even even a few Jordan Ibe, they're not exactly dangerous. They just know how to play well with each other.
Yeah.
What was an interesting thing for me that Bournemouth decided this summer was to let Max Gradel go out on loan to Toulouse.
Yeah.
However you pronounce it. Because, I mean, he's been quite decent for them in the past few years. And, I mean, wasn't he... They paid a fair bit for him. Because he was... And, yeah, he's...
Max Gradel, didn't they get him... They bought him from Leeds? Or...
No.
Gradel did... No, I got him from St. Etienne. He was at Leeds before that.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Because he was at Leicester to begin with.
Yeah. There's the life of Max Gradel.
Life of Max Gradel. Bournemouth paid a £7 million fee for him. There it is for you.
Which in today's market is literally like less than $1 million.
Nothing. Yeah.
Yeah, nothing.
Nah. That's Gibbs money.
What did we reckon of these rumors saying that Alexis Sanchez is going to be injured? I can't find it, but I saw.
No, I saw something too about his ankle.
People saying that he got injured in training for Chile, but then he played for Chile since then, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. But he's been playing injured for them for the last 2 years. He's not had a decent recovery. You used to look at some of the Instagram posts as he's gone after Chile games, mate, and his ankle's the size of a basketball.
Yeah.
But they don't give a shit. They need him, and they'll throw him back out there till he drops dead, and that's what he wants. He'll just go out there till he literally drops dead.
No way. Did anyone know that Brad Smith is from, well, where I live in Penrith?
Yeah.
Brad Smith from Penrith.
Oh.
That's an interesting dig. Well done to him then. I'm happy for him.
Yeah.
Mate, you and Brad Smith buddies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll find someone around here that knows who he is. He'd be gone by now, but
Yeah. So I don't know. It's going to be, like I said, it's going to be one of those games where I hope it's the game that like they finally come back. Like after we had that break and we had the end of the season, it's like, you know what, we need to come out and win every single game. And they've just got that fire, and that's what they need. And I hope that's what we see. And to be honest with you, if they go all in, like really go all in, and we don't come away with it with a win, you know, whether it's a draw, at worst a loss. But if they go down swinging, I think that's not acceptable. But people are going to get off their backs just a tiny bit.
Well, one thing to definitely note is that the transfers are now done. So that means that we should have no excuses but to start our best possible 11 in this game. A positive out of Oxlade-Chamberlain not being at Arsenal anymore is that players in the fullback positions, more specifically, if we're bringing our minds back to a fortnight ago, we're not playing correctly in the proper positions. So that means that Kolasinac can end up back at left back. Bellerin can end up back up at right back. I mean, so if anything, it sort of solved some of our issues.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You could look at it that way.
Yeah.
But then again, I think about it like, I think maybe Ox was a bit like, maybe he was a loss because really, the only person you got to bring on now is Walker. And like in that position, like we've gone from having Joel Campbell, Oxlade-Chamberlain, and Walcott.
Well, Welbeck can play there too. I prefer Welbeck doing that than being up front and trying to play like.
Welbeck's got chopstick legs. He's down in about 2 seconds.
Yeah. He's top heavy. He put on when he was injured. He put on a lot up top, a lot of muscle up top. But then he was top heavy.
Wait a second, Bradley.
What?
I'm disappointed in you. You didn't bring up one certain very important player who plays position like that.
Oh, Reece Nielsen. Wait. Have they released? They released the winner of the Premier League PL2. What is it? August.
Yeah.
August player.
Bradley's our stats guy now because he's got his computer.
I know. I left my phone in the lounge room, so I can't do squat.
Yeah.
I swear, if he doesn't win this, I'm not going to be happy. Yeah. Reece Nielsen, if he doesn't win this, Jesus.
No, he has to. He scored a goal every game.
Yeah.
But this is Arsenal we're talking about.
He'll end up. He'll come fourth, and that we'll count that as a win.
Boys, let's put ourselves in the mind of Arsene Wenger, which if I for one would have no idea what actually goes through the mind of Arsene Wenger, which is what makes it such a tough task. What is the 11 going to look like on Saturday? Bradley?
Same old Arsenal. Actually, I've been thinking about this a lot. I honestly, I'm sick of having checking goal. I think he did make a few good saves, but I'd give Ospina a run. But I know.
He's getting his run coming up though. Ospina will play on.
Yeah, he'll play Thursday.
Yeah, true. Because we have the Cologne game as well on Thursday.
Yeah.
So I suppose I'll play Czech. I mean, I think they'll think about that as well. Maybe getting off to a good start in the Europa League. I don't think they'll play a inexperienced side. I don't think he will play an inexperienced side in the Europa League. I think you want to get a good start to avoid the embarrassment and avoid getting more stick for something that's easily avoidable. I think Czech will start in goal. I think Holding will be in the back. I think Shelley and I think Mustafi will be in the back. I think they've got to make
3 real centre backs this time. No left.
I think they have to realise, you know what? Stuff it. We're stuck with these 3. They're 3 central defenders. Instead of playing a left back, let's make a solid combination of the back 3s. Instead of changing it up every week, just fucking stick with 3 and they'll do the job. Right?
Yeah.
Because if you change it, they're not gonna make a good bond. They're gonna be like, oh, what are you doing this week? Oh, we've got someone else next week. How do you know? I'd have Bellerin on the right, Kolasinac on the left, but then I feel like we kind of need an attacking player in there. So I'm gonna say they're gonna put Kolasinac on the left and Wells on the right.
Welbeck as a wing back.
Yeah, so but when you look at it,
he's gone from up front at Anfield to wing back within the space of 2 weeks.
I mean, do you want Walcott there, or do you want Welbeck there?
He can't defend though.
Exactly.
Walcott can't defend.
Welbeck can. Welbeck gets back. He even as a striker, he tracks back. Actually, you know what? It'll probably be Bellerin. I'm just going to say it'll probably be Bellerin, but I wouldn't not like it to be Welbeck. Like,
I
I
think
feel like he left United because he didn't want to play on the wing.
yeah. I think people are being very harsh on Hector Bellerin. I think I mentioned this a few days ago. He's going to be one of the best upcoming right backs in the world. He's one of the fastest players in world football. I mean, yes, he needs to be a bit more composed in an attacking sense. However, he's still very lightning quick, and he can offer up issues to the defense of Bournemouth, at least for sure. So I don't see a reason why Hector Bellerin shouldn't be playing right back.
Yeah, I like him down back. I think he gives some of his runs, not so much the Liverpool game, but definitely the Leicester game. Some of his runs were phenomenal down there, and he was out running our mids, which is why we never had anything go forward because he had to pull up and wait. He did it about 3 times.
Oh,
All right.
I want to see in the midfield. I know my chances are slim, but I want to see Coughlin back in the midfield. I think he doesn't give a shit. He's got that passion for the team, and when he came back on off loan a few seasons ago, you could just see that the whole team dynamic changed when someone with a bit of passion got in there and said, you know, well, just get out there and do a job.
Yeah.
And I'd love to see him back. Like, I don't understand why he's lost his place. And he had a few bad appearances last year, but I still think he's a solid choice.
Well,
I'd probably
Granit
have.
Xhaka has been under some poor form, so maybe it's an opportunity.
Oh, run it! Get him on the bench. I'd put Ramsey in there again, and then I'd probably have Özil, Sanchez, and Lacazette. You can't not have Lacazette up there. Like, Jesus.
No, you got to have him up there.
It's about time we actually play that trio in the front. That is the positive that came out of this transfer window, is that we probably have on paper the best attacking three, one of the best attacking threes in the Premier League. On paper.
Yeah. For sure. And I think they could get away. And the thing is, everyone at the moment is focused on United's front three. So I think
and Liverpool's front three as well. The way they ripped out to us. You're talking about Salah, Firmino.
Yeah. But while everyone's focused on men, there's no reason why our front three couldn't just tear into it, just as much under the radar as they can.
Well, our
start
front three was
putting some runs together. Yeah, well, that's it. Yeah, we play them.
People could say, "Oh, Liverpool's front three destroyed us," but weren't even given opportunity by our manager to play our best front three. So,
I know. Who knows?
Yeah. So hopefully this weekend we get opportunity finally, and everyone's here. They're in for the long run. So why not go with it?
I reckon that's the issue, though. Like we all spoke about it a while back. Like when that team came out for the FA Cup final with the defence with Mertesacker and Holding, and we all thought, shit, we're in strife. We're going to do this game. But then we won. And when that happens, you look like a genius. There was something that you knew that we didn't. But when you try the same stunt, like against Liverpool, where you might know something that we don't, and you think, well, I'm going to try this radical approach of not playing our best players, and it turns to shit, then Jesus Christ, do you pay for it? And so you should.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So we wait and see.
We do.
We'll just drink. Just drink our way through it, boys.
Yeah, or we'll snack on the shapes.
Yeah.
I'll get me crisps out.
Emergency food.
All right, guys. Predictions for the weekend.
Predictions. I'm gonna go 4-0.
4-0. I'm loving it. Troy?
Bournemouth.
Yeah. Yep. I was
Oh man. Just true gas.
That's awesome.
I'll go 3-1 Arsenal. 3-1 Arsenal.
I'm actually going to go 3-0 Arsenal.
I'm I think it's going to be very similar to when we played Southampton last year after the international break and the transfer window, and it's going to be very nervy. And I think it's going to be 1-1. I mean, sorry, not 2-1. It's going to be there's going to be they're going to score. We're going to equalize with an incredible overhead kick by Koscielny, and then Lacazette will score a penalty at the end, like Cazorla did last year. Like a Carlos.
I hope so, but I honestly think we can. I
have to look into the history and see that we play in cycles. So you know exactly how Arsenal's going to play. It's going to be very nervy, and then we're going to go out and we're going to end up winning in the end. And Wenger's going to tell everybody how we'll be all right, and then we'll go out and we'll romp Cologne in Europe.
Yeah.
and we'll get on to them. We'll get on to them when we preview that game. But they've been having their own problems. So if Arsenal can't beat them right now, Cologne, who are in the relegation zone after 2 games in Germany, we're in trouble. So
yeah. So, and it depends who they put up there, though. I mean, they should knock it off fairly early. Just knock it, put it, Reece Nelson captain. And then get him in there.
I think Sir Motorcycle will be captain because he's.
I'll tell you what. If Reece Nelson does not feature in the next week, I'm going to be one unhappy person.
Here's what it'll be. Per Mertesacker will be the captain of the side for the Europa League and start on the bench.
How does that even work?
Hey? If you get named in the side, they'll make him captain and he won't start. He was captain for a whole season and never played.
So is Mikel Arteta.
Oh,
yeah, I know.
Oh, here's something for you. If we did this about 4 seasons ago with Mikel Arteta, every word would be the F word about him. I hated Mikel Arteta. Hated him.
Yeah?
If from my childhood, from watching Arsenal, I don't care what anyone says about any player, he is the worst player I've ever seen to put on an Arsenal shirt.
West Brom away 2 years ago. He came on.
Mate. People say Mertesacker is slow. Mikel Arteta, milk turns quicker than he is.
That's comment of the day.
Oh.
He's frustrating, though.
He was the most frustrating. Oh.
Shapes it, Bradley. Shapes it.
He's gone now. He's the assistant coach at Manchester City. He was a good leader, though. Shit footballer at the age that we got him.
Shit fucking footballer in general.
He was a great penalty taker. He was automatic from the spot.
That's the only time he scored goals for us. Well, he scored that banger against Man City, but
oh yeah.
I mean, we never heard the end of that one for a few fucking seasons.
His first year when we had Ben Percy banging 30 goals, Arteta was actually very important for us that year. In 2011.
Kind of miss Robin Van Persie.
What? Look, we're going to go back into the archives, but Robin Van Persie for me, before the Man United stuff, was the man. I mean...
Yeah.
So...
He was the man.
Yeah.
But...
Mikey, we got him at the wrong time. I mean, we got him at the right time for him, but just the wrong time for the club, where we couldn't keep him, which is disappointing because he was a brilliant player. And that's probably the thing. Once he left, that probably scuttled us for the next 3 years.
Yeah,
for sure. And we wasted Podolski. We wasted him.
Well, we can talk about Podolski next week or when we talk about Cologne because, of course, he is a very much common denominator when it comes to those 2 clubs. All right, this is going to have been a short show. We started late For those viewers who don't live in Australia, we have this sport called AFL, Australian Rules Football. There's a big finals game involving my favorite team, and they won. So that's why we had a late
It's
start
not
for
football.
that.
It's nothing. It's a waste of a sport.
Compared to what?
Real football and rugby league.
Rugby league.
That's
Catch the ball. You throw the ball in rugby league and accidentally kick it sometimes. After all your options of throwing have been exhausted, you have to kick the ball.
Mate, it makes no sense to run and kick and catch a ball when you can just kick. Hey, do you know what I say? AFL is a sport for people who can't handle losing. Because if you miss the goal, you still get 1 point for trying.
That's right, exactly.
What a waste of a sport.
But it gets the blood racing for sure.
That's it.
Well, we have a very exciting schedule coming up, given the fact that Arsenal now will be playing in 3 competitions. We're basically going to be having almost 4 episodes every week now. So the content is definitely going to be rolling in on this channel. So to get yourself prepared for that, if you are new to this channel and you're watching this for the very first time, hit the subscribe button. If you are not new to this channel and you haven't hit the subscribe button already, shame on you.
Yeah, don't be so fucking lazy. Push the button.
If not, also leave a like on the channel. Come on, Arsenal. Just do it for us.
Just
in the
please, God, do it.
We want to have smiles on our faces when we come on air next time, and we're talking about a win. Until then, from all of us, come on, you Gunners.
Come on, you Gunners.
Come on, you Gunners.